What's going on, OKC? Welcome back to the Bring the Thunder podcast. We got a full panel tonight. I'm here with King Capers. Gabe's made his return. I'm here with Jack and Sap here. We had a hell of a game tonight. We kind of thought last night that it wasn't going to be easy, and we sure were right. OKC takes down Sacramento 107 to 101, and a thriller, honestly. They win the last quarter by 9, so they closed out the game pretty well. Shai, 31, 9, and 4. Clutch step back 3 to seal the deal. We'll get to it in a bit, but another game with only 2 free throws. My phone just died, so if anybody else wants to read the stats, I apologize to the crowd. I dropped my phone in the toilet just about 30 minutes ago, so I don't have one on me right now. But if anybody else wants to read me some stats, Sap here, somebody.
I got you, bro. We got FGA with 31, 9, and 3 blocks. Wiggins with 18, 6 assists, and 3 blocks as well. AJ Mitchell with 18 points, 3 of 7 from the three-point line, and 2 steals without J-Dub, Chet, Joe, and Kenrich on a second night to a back-to-back in which some of us thought we would drop this game, and Thunder improved to that 5-0, and we're going to be looking forward to that Wizards game. But we got to start off with the start of this game with Russell Westbrook kind of starting off pretty hot with a 3 for 3 from the three-point line, 9 points, getting a standing ovation. Just felt like a fun game to watch as just a fan of ex-Thunder players and Russell Westbrook, Domantas Sabonis, Dennis Schroeder. And then from there, the game was pretty close. And I would say by the halftime, I don't think Shai even recorded a free throw. And I think the trend will continue of close games in games where he doesn't get calls. Usually we cover the spread a lot more when he does. And it just seems that this season he probably shouldn't expect any more moving forward. So.
Yeah, real quick before we get into that nonsense. This was a game of 2 halves. Well, honestly, 3 quarters in the fourth. OKC piss poor effort in the first 2.5 quarters. Like I thought it was ridiculous. I know Sacramento was making some tough shots, and we kind of expected that. And we mentioned Levine last night. If he catches fire, we could be in for some trouble. And he shot pretty well. He went 4 of 6 from deep. And obviously, you mentioned Russ. They really picked it up in the second half, and I think that was a big part due to AJ Mitchell, Alex Caruso, and Lou Dort on the defensive side of the ball. I'm kind of upset that Mark took AJ out at the 3.5-minute mark. I really wanted to say tonight that AJ Mitchell's 20-point-plus streak started tonight, and he's going to catch Shai soon, but obviously took him out, finished with 18. But, let's wait to talk about the Shai free throws. If anyone wants to talk about their thoughts about the game, go for it now, and then we'll talk about the free throws because that has to be talked about.
Yeah, I mean, when you play the Kings, we all know how good they are. We know when we play them, they always give us a tough games. Like, in particular, I always think of Malik Monk. He gives us hell. Every time we play him, I swear, he goes off. Tonight, we had his number. We gave him troubles all night long. We did our job, but you want to talk about that first half where it was kind of like pretty noticeably lackluster. It was the turnovers for me. Just awful turnovers, just very poor passes, not communicating, throwing. There was I can't remember the exact play, but I believe it was Lou trying to feed Hart into the paint and just completely missed and passed it straight out of bounds. And it's just kind of the kind of stuff that, like, we're the defending champs. You don't do that. Like, that's just not. I'm not saying we're perfect. I'm not saying we can't have turnovers, but I agree with what you're saying, Joe. That first half looked rough. It did, but. Second half, like you mentioned, everything was flipped on its head completely. AJ Mitchell's the real deal. I mean, I don't think people understand how good he's going to be for us. Last season, there were a lot of times where I talk about, around other people, I talk about, man, we don't even have AJ. And they're like, who? I'm like, all right. Like,
Right.
You will see who AJ Mitchell is. Like, AJ Mitchell is crucial to this team. He will be all season long. He's that ball handler off the bench that we need, but even better, right now he's looking like our best 3-point shooter by a pretty solid margin. I mean, he's confident to shoot. He's got a great follow through. I mean, AJ Mitchell's he's the real deal. Like, I can't wait to continue watching him this season.
I want to shout out Bradley. Yeah. Once again, he's beating all of us to the point with one of these crazy stats to start off the show. SGA now with 174 points and average 35 for the month of October so far. Shout out Bradley, always beating us to the punch there. Jack, go ahead.
I was just going to say, these last couple of games, I don't think we're winning any of them without AJ Mitchell. I think when shit hits the fan, he's the one who's driving. He's the one who's not scared to put the shots up. Some of our like role players or more experienced players are shooting like timid threes and without confidence. I mean, what comes to mind is the buzzer beater that kind of sparked a run tonight where he just said, fuck this, I'm going to take the ball, buzzer beater, layup. You know, I think no one else is really showing aggression like that. And for him to only be playing his, 40th game ever, I think that's incredible.
Yeah, he's pressing on defense, too. Like, he had some great deflections on defense. He had the huge steal late in the fourth quarter. Him and Jay will combine for that steal to get the ball back. I mean, it was nice to see us lock in on defense, especially in the late fourth, because the Kings were looking like they were having their way, driving, obviously getting more foul calls than us. The free throws tonight were 21-10.
10.
Whatever. But it's nice to see, like, Alex Caruso pop in and just be like, yeah, I'm still here. I still run this shit on defense. Like, he's not a regular season player much for us at all. He steps up in the big games, but games like this, it's always fun to see him, like, just announce himself to the crowd randomly, and all of a sudden he's the one energizing the crowd. He's the one getting blocks, steals. He's making big threes at the end of the game. It just shows the depth of this team, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, people always say Caruso is one of the like biggest examples of a player who plays off the stat sheets. You don't look at what he does. And I mean, we kind of talked about this a lot when we first traded for him last season, but it just reproves itself every night. Like, he comes in, immediately disrupts whatever play he's a part of. We just had him out because of the concussion. He comes into this game, end of the game, he hits a huge three to give us I mean, Alex Caruso cannot be underestimated in terms of what he does for this team. And like you said, Joe, I agree. He's not that much of a regular season player, but I would not trade him there's just nothing I would do to get rid of a player like that. Like, there's a reason every team he's played on, the fans are like devastated when he leaves. When we eventually lose him in one way or another, I will be devastated. He could be averaging 2 points and I'll still be sad, because Alex Caruso is the kind of guy that you will literally go to war for just to have him on your team. So yeah, Caruso tonight, once again, just it's just nice to have him back.
I'm just so interested how OKC's closing these games out with all the injuries and the fatigue that they're playing with. Yeah. Like, you got to understand, we start with double overtime, back-to-back games. That Mavericks game last night was way closer than it needed to be.
Capers, I got 3 words for you. Shai, Gilgeous, Alexander.
It's just so crazy. Like, they're making all the right plays that they need to down the stretch. And I'm impressed, because I didn't expect OKC to be closing out games the level they're doing right now.
Yeah.
Right. Especially with all the injuries. Capers, I do want to start off with you, though, when I have to ask this question now. That's a combined 4 free throws in the last 2 games. Maybe he had 4 against the Hawks.
Yes.
But that's 8 free throws in 3 games.
Yeah.
Still putting up absolute money numbers, MVP numbers. But what the hell are they doing? He's driving to the basket every play. He's getting fouled too. That's the thing. Like, I wouldn't complain if he was. He's getting fouled.
Right.
It's like they're swallowing the whistle on purpose. Did NBA Twitter win?
I was just getting ready to say that. You were right. NBA Twitter won, Joe.
Yeah.
NBA Twitter won.
That's the power of media, dude. The media is so bad. I don't know if this is just because we're Thunder fans and like we see it all the time, but I cannot tell you the last time that I've seen a superstar be ridiculed this much, where they just ignore how good of a player he is. I mean, he is a generational player. Like, he just had one of the greatest guard seasons of all time. If you go up to a person on the street and say Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, they'll start talking about him being a free throw merchant. Like, that is ridiculous.
Yeah. I want to mention, before tonight, he was 7th in average free throws per game this year so far. You got guys like Austin Reeves shooting 15 free throws a game. Luka's shooting 15 free throws a game. Shai shooting 11. Before tonight.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
And those were coming in double overtime games too. So for the fact that Adam Silver last year, or maybe it was during the offseason, came out and said, yeah, we do go on NBA Twitter and we get a lot of insight from them. We like to listen. Is that really what I'm going to see this year? You're going to treat the NBA Finals MVP, the NBA champion, the MVP, and his teammates that also won the NBA championship like that? They were treated like scum against the Kings tonight. I could only imagine when we play the Lakers or somebody like that. It's frustrating to see. Like AJ Mitchell's getting to the cup and getting fouled. Obviously, he's like still a rookie almost, but he's an NBA champion too. Like, put some goddamn respect on this team's name, because it was really annoying to watch. And I don't want to talk about fouls because we're such a good team that we shouldn't have to. But for a guy to drive 90% of the time and only get 2 free throws a game for the last 3, come on now.
Well, the argument we've been saying every time the Shai free throw argument is brought up is free throws are part of the game. Like, you're getting mad as if whenever he exposes a defender and gets a free throw and you get mad about it.
Yeah,
but now let's flip the role. We're going to get mad when he doesn't get a call that he clearly should get. And then they act like, well, that's ironic. A Thunder fan's getting mad about not getting free throws. I'm getting mad about them not making the right call. It has nothing to do with being a Thunder fan. It's the fact that they're not calling it correctly. And you have so many NBA casuals who you see on social media, they'll trim out the one highlight of the game where Shai gets a guy in the air and then jumps to get the free throw, which is smart. That is intelligent, but they'll clip just that out and they'll ignore everything else and they'll post the free throws. And you'll have pages like Bleacher Report doing that. That's the problem.
Mind you, the main people pushing this out are 14-year-olds who run Twitter fan pages. And Adam Silver is listening to them. Crazy.
It's like when a video game company is like answering the fans and like changing shit in their game. Like, that's what video game companies do, not a fucking commissioner of a professional sports league, bro.
Sorry, the last thing I'm going to say about this is carry off of what you just said with the Bleacher Report shit. They're scum too, because they're posting Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves graphics, 49 points, 16 of 30, whatever they shot. And then they're posting Shai, 55 points, 22 of 26 from the field. What are we doing?
It's because they know it'll get clicks. They know what will get clicks. They're not in it for the sport. They're not in it for the love of the game. They're in it for how many likes and comments can I get? And they're going to get a lot of comments.
The problem is it's translating to home games against Sacramento.
That is the problem.
That's bad.
That's
bad.
Terrible. That's terrible. That's just awful.
Moving on.
I'm gonna jump into the conversation from last year. We had the same debate last year, and the guy I drew parallels to was, you walk the street and you mentioned the name Russell Westbrook. He's not a 4-time guy that averaged triple doubles for 4 different seasons. He's a guy that's Westbrook.
Yeah.
You mentioned Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. It's the same thing. It's just Thunder media just has it pretty bad. And as fans, we have, got to come to terms with that. But that's just kind of the nature of the beast with being a small market. Like any other small markets kind of deal with similar propaganda. Unless you're on the Lakers, on the Knicks, you kind of just have to push through it. And I think Shai eventually will break through this hate, because this is the same type of stuff all the greatest players have gone through. LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Dwayne Wade.
Yes.
They all got labels early and they just kept winning until, their 3rd championship, where everyone's like, okay, they're the greatest thing ever since sliced bread, when, the home fans already knew that. So this is just kind of going through the motions of MVPs. Like we saw Joel Embiid, he's also labeled something. James Harden's labeled something. So I think this is just the territory that comes with being the best player in the world. Like, if you're not getting ultimate amount of criticism, you're probably not doing something right, especially with the NBA side of things. So I'm actually happy with how things are going, because I want everyone to just let it out this season when he wins his back-to-back MVP and, does this thing and slowly converts all these fans.
So one last comment from me on that, and I really didn't want to get too in-depth, but now we are. I absolutely agree with you in everything that you said. The only problem with what you said is LeBron, Kobe, the GOATs, they all got their label. But that label didn't affect the foul calls in the game.
Yep.
For Shai to shoot 2 free throws in 2 straight games and 4 the game before that, and he's still putting up all these numbers, he's still driving to the paint every, 90% of the time. That's a problem. But we'll move on, and we'll keep an eye on that for the rest of the year. Obviously, it's not going to stop us. We don't have anyone playing, and it doesn't fucking matter. We're
That's
still
what I'm saying. That's crazy. And shout out to OKC's defense, too. I know I was forgetting a point. They held them to 39 second-half points.
Yeah,
another good point by Capers. They went on like a 11-0 run.
Yep.
In like the last but with like 3 minutes left in fourth.
There was like multiple stretches where they were having 0 points scored. Yeah.
Crazy. All right. Time for everyone's favorite segment. What the hell is Jack wearing tonight? I honestly couldn't tell you. Satvier, actually, flood the comments. Jack's wearing a jersey. You guys should know this by now. We got to guess who it is. None of us on the panel know, I promise. Satvier, give me your guess first. We'll go from Satvier down the line.
Well, I have to ask, just for sanity's sake, is this a Thunder jersey or like, am I missing something?
No, this is just a complete random jersey. I thought I'd throw you guys off today.
I know who it is.
Yeah, so I see Richard Jefferson in the comments. So I was thinking around that same thought process of it being a Cavalier. I don't obviously think it's anyone, too great. Man, Kyrie Irving? Would you have a Kyrie Irving Cavaliers jersey?
Oh.
Okay, we got a Kyrie. Gabe?
Based off the jersey, it's clearly a bit older. It's an older style jersey. And I know a certain player who played in OKC and Cleveland by the name of Dion Waiters. That looks like that could be a Dion Waiters jersey.
Capers.
I was going to say Kyrie Irving.
All right. So we have Kyrie, we have Dion Waiters, and we have Kyrie. I was going to go with Dion Waiters, but now I can't. So give me Jetty Osman, Cleveland Cavaliers.
Okay. You guys might kick yourselves for this one, but
it's LeBron. Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Man, come on, man.
Oh, my goodness.
That's crazy.
How are you wearing a LeBron jersey after we just made all those dang talking points, man?
That's crazy.
Crazy.
That is crazy.
All right. Moving along.
No one wins this round.
It's honestly kind of disappointing of jersey reveal, but we'll take yeah, Hotspot said take that jersey off. But anyway, so let's talk about the finish. Get more in depth with it. We need to start making shots, and in the fourth quarter we did. Shai hit one, Lou hit one, and then decided to pull one from like 40 feet, and that one didn't go. But then Capers texted me that save by Aaron Wiggins, the bounce pass.
Oh, nasty!
That one was great. And mind you, I missed that free throw, but we got the offensive rebound. I think it was Caruso.
Yeah.
Payson made a few, but Aaron Wiggins was the leader with 4 threes tonight, and then obviously AJ Mitchell made 3 as well. I think we'll find more spacing. Go ahead, Jack.
Aaron Wiggins might be our best 3-point shooter.
I believe he is. And I think we'll find our shot, the more we go throughout the season. I also think we'll find more spacing when J-Dub comes in the game, because J-Dub, if he has a shot rolling, gives us a 3-point opportunity, and he also another slasher who could kick out to wide open players on the perimeter. What are you guys' thoughts on our shooting so far, though? Obviously, it has to improve, but I'm not too worried as of right now.
I've got a stat for us here. This is posted by Brandon Rabar on X. You mentioned, I guess, early in the game, the team was shooting 4 of 17, and Aaron Wiggins at that point was 4 of 6 from 3. So I felt like he really kept us in the game early, and then AJ kind of took over late in the game, and then Shai's always consistent. Like, you can just pencil in Shai for what he's going to do in the first half and second half. So usually never worried about that guy, but those guys showed up, in the first half and then second half with AJ. So they've been kind of the tandem that's keeping us afloat while the injuries are happening. Aaron Wiggins had that big save, like you mentioned. This is crazy. This is like the 4th game. SGA has 30 points in 5 games. Yeah, this is getting pretty ridiculous. I don't even know what to say. I'm baffled after this game. Last game, I was still pretty calm, but after he hit the 3 tonight, I'm just like, I can't believe it.
Joe, you talked about the waiting for the shooting to kind of find its rhythm. I will say one thing that has concerned me a bit with at least the start of the season, in our 5 games, only once have we shot over 32% from 3.
That's crazy.
And,
we're 5-0.
And 3 of the 5 are below 30%.
Right.
Tonight we shot 32%, but I believe it was the last game, it was like 20%. Game 1, I think it was 25 or 26%. That's bad.
Yeah.
That is concerning. Like, and granted, J-Dub's out. J-Dub is somebody who I absolutely expect to help out with that number go up. Everyone's going to hopefully find their rhythm as we go. But it's not one of those stats that you can just kind of like ignore through the first 5 straight games of, well, we had one pretty solid shooting night, but even then, I mean, it was 37%, which that's good. That's definitely good. Like we can aim for that, but it's a little concerning right now. Like I do think it is. We have AJ and we have Aaron, and those two are consistently our 3-point shooters right now. But like Satveer just said, we know Shai is going to step up and hit at least one of those big ones. But like Chet right now, I don't know. It feels like every other game he's had really good 3-point shooting games this season, and he's had really rough ones. So you don't know what you're going to get from there. Caruso, same kind of thing. Caruso might show up big in the end, but we know he's not some knockdown shooter right now. He's not like he was with Chicago. So it is a little concerning to me right now, but it's like you said, give it time. We'll see what happens, but that's not a good stat.
Yeah.
No.
Carrying off that stat, we entered the game tonight shooting 27.9% from 3 as a team. Tonight we shot 18.2%. So gets a little lower, but again, another win. Jack, go ahead.
I just don't understand a game like tonight where the 3 points obviously not dropping too much and we shoot 44 threes.
Yep.
Especially when our points in the paint were 52 today, which is insane. Like the gap between 3-point and points in the paint. Like I feel like we're just settling a couple times. Maybe we're tired, but
yeah,
probably
something's got to change with the shot selection.
Well, impressively, you mentioned the 50 points. We've scored 50+ points in the paint all 5 games this season.
Yep.
I mean, we're dominating in the paint, so there's no reason to be throwing up threes just to try to fit the meta of modern day NBA, which is shoot as many threes as you can. Like we are not that team. We've watched with Boston. We've seen how they ride or die with that, and that's not exactly a good method. So it's concerning. But Capers, you were going to say something?
No, I was saying like it is concerning, but I do think it'll pick up.
Mm-hmm.
But I have 2 questions. Number 1, I'm concerned with Lou. I want to know how you guys feel about Lou because Lou cannot hit Ocean right now. 2,
go ahead. Second
2, weren't we like first or second in 3-point percentage in 2024?
Yes, we were.
What happened?
I'm going to let Satveer answer that first question because he's going to say the same exact thing that I would say about Lou Dort.
I have no idea what you're going to say, so you got it.
Well, I was going to say kind of the same thing we said every game last year, even though Lou was shooting pretty well throughout the regular season. In the playoffs, when it comes down to Lou Dort, OKC fans put their full faith in that motherfucker because he comes up big every damn year. He makes big shots. I can tell you one off the top of my mind, the 50-footer against Indiana.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, the Denver fourth quarter, Lou Dort is shooting like shit, but he's also still one of the best defenders in the league.
Yep.
He's starting to show a lot of slashing ability this year when he gets mismatches, which he hasn't done in the past. Like, people are putting their worst defender on Lou, and he's kind of taking advantage a little bit, especially to start the game. I'm not worried about Lou Dort at all. He'll pick it up. I mean, we don't need him to shoot anything over 30% anywhere.
I mean, we don't need to say this because we're Thunder fans and we know, but the thing with Dort that you're getting is not this incredible 3-point shooter. He led our team and he had the highest plus minus of the team tonight. You know, like he scored good and he had a good night tonight. He shot well. He was attacking well, but we know what we're getting with Lou Dort, and it's not 3-point shooting. It's the defense. It's the hustle. It's the aggressiveness. It's everything in between. And every once in a while, the 3-point shooting comes with that too. And I can't remember who it was that mentioned it last season, but games where he's hit like 3 threes, we win by like 15 points. Like, obviously tonight's a different case, but like if Lou's hitting his threes, it's huge, but we can't expect it from him because that's just not who he is. But
yeah,
I'll be kind of the devil's advocate here. Capers, to your answer. I do not. I like stand up and get physically upset when he pulls that shit from like 5 feet behind me. Like, what are you doing, bro? Like,
Yeah,
It frustrates me. It
he
does.
does. He does that a lot too.
We
It does.
just live and die with Lou. But if that shot happens
Holy shit.
with like a minute left and we're down by 2, I'm gonna get pissed. But he won't do that. He knows
Yeah.
Exactly.
But what happened to the 3-point shooting from 2024 though?
Well, I can tell you exactly what happened.
Holy shit!
It's pretty clear to me. Obviously, Lou, his shooting is down. We're missing Isaiah Joe, our best 3-point shooter in the regular season.
Yeah.
We're missing J-Dub, who creates so much offense and so many open guys on the perimeter. We're not getting as many open shots as we would with the full team. And we've been banged up. We're missing a lot of guys. Like even Caruso's missed a few games.
Wallace missed one, I'm pretty sure.
Kaysen missed a game, and Kaysen's shooting is a bit down too.
It seems like everybody's is.
Yeah.
Well, we just won the finals. I mean, we've been playing longer than any other team other than Indiana. We had the shortest off season. I mean, it's one of those things that it's the start of the season. We're tired still. We're still trying, and like that's not an excuse. And obviously, it's not an excuse. We're 5-0. So, but it affects it. You know, it's something that you got to figure out. So, with time.
Yo, I'm gonna hop into the conversation, and I'm gonna say, Gabe, I kind of completely disagree. I've been thinking on the topic of 3-point percentage and everything, and I was just trying to confirm what I was already thinking was during the playoffs. Yes, in the regular season, we're a top percentage team in 3-point shooting, but overall in the playoffs, if we recall, we were pretty dismal. We couldn't hit any shots. So we had some clutch shooting from Lou Dort, clutch shooting from J-Dub and Shai, and pockets and spaces, but we win our games off of Sam Presti's model of defense and extra possessions. So we always win in the rebounding battle. That's why we're always winning the paint battle. So we've always been a team that's developed around length on the, in terms of arm size and just in terms of, the players that we have to create those extra possessions in terms of the 50-50 battles, stuff that's not always reported on the stat sheet of why we're winning games is why we're winning games. So most fans probably aren't looking at that part. I think that has a lot to do with us winning a championship with practically no 3-point shooting and us winning 5 games, and we're still not seeing the same 3-point shooting. I've been noticing the trend since we've had Shai. We always dominate the paint, especially since we got Hartenstein. So we're always going to win the possessions, and I think we always just end up with a couple extra possessions because of the players that we have, and we always end up knocking through wins without the shooting. And when we do shoot really well, like we did last season, and we get a nice stretch going, we win a couple extra games and get that first seed. So eventually that run will come, but I'm not expecting this team to show me anything differently than it has for the last 2 seasons.
I agree with both of you. Wait,
what was it that you disagreed with? Because nothing you said there sounded like anything I disagreed with. I don't remember saying anything.
I don't know. I think from you guys, like there was a lot of like, hey, we're missing a lot of 3-point shooting, and I just don't think it exists out there. Like you
don't think Isaiah Joe brings 3-point shooting?
No, he does.
I think he brings it, but I don't think to the level of like
he's trying to make it out to be.
Right. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna make that much of a difference in terms of the percentages, unless the whole team picks up a nice stretch and we pick that up. But I haven't seen that from this team. So
to wrap up that,
I never expected, at least. So if it's a plus, it's a plus. Great, but we usually win games without it.
To wrap up that conversation, I'll just say I agree with both of you. I think Gabe hit it on the nose, in my opinion. Longest season out of anyone outside of the Indiana Pacers, and then obviously the injuries, and then back-to-back double overtime games without really a break. I mean, we have like 4 or 5 games this week. It's so, and obviously we're in a back-to-back, so that's not helping the case. I also agree with Saf here. I mean, we're not known to be a great 3-point shooting team, even though we were during the regular season last year. But obviously, like I said, I just think we were rolling so well last year, and we had so many, playmakers on the court at once, which we will have again in a few weeks. All right, last topic of the show tonight. We do play another game this week, and I would love somebody to tell me who, because my phone just restarted again. Wizards. When?
Thursday.
All right, Wizards Thursday. Obviously, we'll do a quick preview of that game, expectations. I'm going to let Gabe start first.
How do I say this nicely? The Washington Wizards are not the greatest basketball team.
Nope.
Now that I said that, though, I'm going to be skeptical for the next 2 days and knocking on wood every chance I get. Anything other than a double-digit win will be borderline disappointing to me. I just don't think you should, even with this hard. I mean, Chet could still not play, and J-Dub could still not play, and I still don't think that we would lose.
Right.
I just don't expect a lot from the Wizards. However, that's kind of the definition of a trap game. You know, you sit here acting like it's going to be some terrible team, and then they can surprise you. But I will be surprised. I'm not expecting much of the Wizards. So yeah, I think we take care of business. I think Shai notches another 30-point game. I'm going to say he gets a lot of free throws in this one. The Wizards, I don't think, are very disciplined. I'm going to assume he's going to be able to get to the paint whenever he needs. It's not a big game, so the refs aren't going to be trying to sway it one way or another. I think Shai's just going to drop a big game here and get to the line exactly how he can. So that's all I got, really.
Honestly, I'm going to kind of just expedite this a bit. I believe everyone on the panel agrees with what you just said.
Yep.
There's not much into it. It's a regular season game. They got to show a little bit of, for me, they got to show a little bit of effort in the first half and just try to end it early. Because tonight it was the opposite of what I would like to see. Little sense of urgency, and they should get the job done.
And it might be our first blowout of the year,
right?
Yeah,
because for some reason we want every game to go down to the wire. But
I want to say I want to disagree with us blowing them out. I will be the contrarian once again on this one. I just looked at their game against Philly, and I've just been looking at their roster. I actually like the roster that they've built. It's got a lot of depth compared to last season. It may not have that overall talent, but they still have CJ McCollum, Chris Middleton, who are no slouches. And then Alex Sarr has just been playing a lot better, and he's going to be a really good center when it comes to defending against Shai in the paint. So I think there could be something there where they keep the game decently close. It could end up being a blowout, but I could still see it similar to this Sacramento game where they do have a lot of scoring output, like all over the place. So Cam Whitmore's out there. CJ can get to the bucket, maybe not as much, but Bub Carrington's a really good player. I just like the players that got. Keyshawn George, no slouch either. So I don't know. With the amount of injuries we've got, unless like Chet's out there, then I don't think it'd be too much of an issue. But if we run the same roster we had tonight, I think it'll be a pretty close score.
I believe that Sapier's feeling extra nice tonight, and that's all I'm going to say about that. Just to close out the show, I want to thank everybody for watching, everyone who tunes in. You guys are the best. We do this because of you guys. If you're liking the content, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow us on all socials at Bring the Thunder Podcast. And then obviously, I've been saying it. I'm going to say it again. We do have our new memberships, our private memberships. If you guys do want to get exclusive videos, and again, every time I say it, it just doesn't get any easier for me to say. I don't know why my head's like this, but exclusive videos, exclusive lives, members only live chat. Go check it out. It's on our YouTube channel. And one last thing for me is Shai leads the league in clutch points this year. So I keep an eye out for a clutch player of the year. Just keeps getting better all the time. But that's it for me. If anyone else has anything else to say. All right. We're out of here. Appreciate everybody watching. We will see you guys Thursday. Actually, you will see us Thursday morning because we will be dropping our weekly episode. And then we'll see you guys Thursday night for the Wizards recap. Okay, so you have a good night. We'll see you next time on Thunder Up, baby. Let's go.